So I'm here with Aditya Mittal. Hello Aditya, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Good, thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time here. So I understand it's anniversary, 1 year anniversary of the merger, or the acquisition, right, with Mittal and Arcelor last year?
It's the annual anniversary of the merger, not the acquisition. It finally became a merger, not an acquisition. Things are going very well. Everyone is excited. I'm excited. The whole company is excited. We're doing good things together. We're making progress, and we're forecasting a much stronger 2007.
So you're number one worldwide by 4 times, you said?
Yes, we are almost 4 times larger than the next competitor, but we want to grow more. We have not stopped yet. We want to grow in Asia. We want to be bigger in China and in India.
So what's the point of being so dominant? You're not afraid of getting too big, actually, into too much of a dominant position?
We're not at all dominant, actually. Even though we're 4 times larger than the next competitor, we are about 10% of the global steel industry. The steel industry has been fragmented forever. If you look at automotive, the top 5 are about 70% of the global automotive industry. The top 5 in steel are only 30%. So there's a lot of room to grow. Everyone should grow bigger. Everyone should become more consolidated and create a healthier environment for all of us.
What's the point of becoming that big, except the business-wise, of course?
It makes sense because you have a global platform, and then you can share technology, share ideas, share creativity. People can work for a global company. It's already hard to attract talent into the steel industry. People look at the steel industry as being boring, as being very local. This way, if you have operations in 27 countries around the world, someone who gets a job in France can end up working in the US or in Mexico or in Canada or in Germany, which is quite exciting because you have a chance to see the world as well as improve the company and develop your career.
How did you see the reaction and how you see them a year after of the French? Of course, being French, I have to address that question with you. The socialists, Arnaud Montebourg was saying, actually in a conversation I had with him, was saying you were stealing the European steel and you were jeopardizing the country, and also some government officials who were clearly not in favor of the merger, right? How do you see that a year after?
I think there was a lot of misunderstanding. People did not know who we were and what we wanted to do with the combined company. Today the misunderstanding is not there anymore. People are aware that we have a strong industrial logic, a strong industrial plan. The company is stronger. The employees are happier. We're investing in Europe. We've become a European champion, not only a global champion, but a very strong European champion. We have 80 billion in revenue, one of the largest industrial companies in Europe. So I think today everyone in Europe is proud about ArcelorMittal, and rightly so.
So, and how about jobs? They were fearing that you would cut jobs. Did you do that?
Another misunderstanding. No, we did not cut jobs. We have a lot more to do, so people are continuing. The company is efficient, the company is productive. There will be natural attrition and voluntary retirement as people grow old, but there have been no job cuts since the merger has been announced.
But how do you explain they were so frightened, Aditya? Because you were making the news every single day on evil empire arriving and stealing the steel. So how do you see this? Because you're saying it's positive, and I trust you on that, of course. The world gets flat, right? But do you see France as being too old-fashioned and not understanding it?
No, I don't see France being like that. I don't think if you ask the average person in France, they were against this transaction. There were some people who misunderstood. They didn't like the idea. They didn't like the concept. As we talked to them, explained to them who we are, what the industrial plan is, they changed their minds. They understood that this makes sense for Europe and for Arcelor.
Last question, and I'll let you to your schedule, Aditya. How do you see Davos this year? What are your 2 or 3 key topics you're looking at?
The biggest topic in Davos this year is global warming. Everyone's been talking about it, which is very important because the awareness of global warming has to spread. There's been a lack of awareness, I think, at the highest levels on global warming. Apart from that, Davos has not been as exciting or as much buzz as normally, and primarily because I don't know. I can't put my...
With such a power you have in your company, are you doing something for global warming and environment to help reduce solve the problem?
Yeah, we're doing a lot. It's never enough, but we're doing a lot. The first thing we're doing is we're investing in ULCOS, which is a revolutionary technology to reduce the emissions in steel that are produced. Hopefully that will come on stream. We're investing in our facilities which are in developing countries which do not need to have those environmental standards, but we're imposing higher standards on them. We're imposing World Bank standards, which means our facilities in places like Kazakhstan are above the environmental requirements. The third thing is, you must understand, steel is not, at the end of the day, an environmentally problematic material. Steel can be recycled. Steel is a good material. It's a clean material. So from that perspective, we're doing our bit